Right, it is the 31st, it is New Year's Eve, and yeah, it has been a year. I'm doing a review now because I don't think I'm going to get many sales, so I'm just going to do my roundup now, try and get it out today. Start 2025 with a clean slate, essentially. So it's been a bit of a crazy year. I started noticing things were a lot different a few months in, and I was like, okay, something's not right here. And I feel like it's just kind of proven that as it's kind of gone on. And yeah, I've got like resolutions up on the board from 2024, and I think I've ticked like a few, but not as many as I'd like. So reselling wise, yeah, it has been okay now and again, but not great. In terms of year on year, 2023 was a good year. 2024 has been kind of a bad year, and I don't know why. But then when I think about it, my time has been taken up with other things, and I've not been very well this year. I've been kind of poorly. Go over it. I'm not going to go over everything that is sold. I'm just going to go over the numbers. Okay, so this is my November. I sold 141 items. My turnover was 3,163. After fees and cost of goods and everything, it came to 1,844. The ASP was £22.86 per item. It's a pretty good average sales price for me personally. I would love to get it up to as high as I can, but we are where we are. Right, so if I move down to this month, there we go. Just put me up there. So this is December. I sold 138 items. My turnover was 3,072 after fees and cost. It came to a net of £1,860.31, and my ASP was actually £22.05. So kind of holding steady, which I'm really impressed with. 2024. This is my averages. I've worked out, basically, I did them all up, divided by the months, and it should give you an idea of where I am. So I sold 1,583 items this year, just on eBay, remember? And on average it's about 132 items per month. Now, I am fully aware that there's some people that do 1,583 items in a month, let alone a year, but their business ain't my business. Turnover was £35,919.36, which works out around just short of £3,000 a month. My ASP was actually £23.35, which for me is pretty good. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with my ASP. As long as as long as I keep it above 20, I'll be happy. Like, I think it was 1 month I had it at 32, and then a couple of other months they were like at 26, 27. So I'm happy with that. Hopefully, one of my goals could be increase my ASP. I don't know. The net profit was 19,162 for the year. Works out around just short of 1,600 net profit for the month. And again, this is just eBay. Yeah, so you know, it's still a full-time wage. At the end of the day, it's minimum wage, but well, it's just over minimum wage. But yeah, it's not amazing. It's not the best. Right, so if I just move my head out of the way. There we go. As you can see, this is the red is 2023, the blue is 2024, month-to-month comparisons. So as you can see, they diverge pretty quickly. March kind of did it for me, but then it bounced back in April, and I thought I didn't think anything of it, and then all of a sudden, look at this, like, just the difference. It's insane over the summer. Yeah, I've only actually outperformed last year 3 months. So April by a couple hundred. October by a reasonable amount, by 300, which is okay. That should be what should be aiming for. October is like the only month that kind of like I should be getting every month that, like, in terms of percentage over the last year. But hey, November, yeah, that was dire. But yeah, this month I've made about £16 more than last year. It's a win. It's a win. I'm ending on a win. That's all I care about. Yes, but no, you can kind of see, like, the disparity between the months, and it started like in March really, but like the all year it's been a bit kind of meh. So if I just go down, I'm 18% down, and I know fully aware on one of my boards that's been up there for 12 months now, increase profit by 10%, and I'm technically 18 down. So overall, where I should be in last year's mind, I'm about 28% down. it's not the best. But like I said, this is just eBay. This is my 9.5. La-di-da. Right. Just comparisons here. 2023. This is like this is just like the net profit and like averages. So that was 23 grand was like my take home pay. It was around 2 grand a month altogether if you add in everything out. If you add in the other platforms, it was about around 24, 25 grand for the year, which is no mean feat. It's decent kind of like wage. Take home pay, just short of 2 grand a month, and it's just kind of, it's about 4 grand off this year. In a year where everything got more expensive and I had more outgoings than usual, I earned less. So I've felt the pinch this year. This year I've really felt it. But you've got to keep on going, keep on earning. This is about 18 months worth of Depop and vinted figures that I've got. And yeah, from the get-go, as you can see, Depop really has been like the main platform that I've been using. Because I've just kind of like, I keep saying this, but I never really like took vintage seriously. Anyway, I started taking vintage seriously. I started putting in the effort, but I didn't really start feeling it until September. That was the first month where vinted overtook Depop. And it's not because vinted did poorly. I mean, look, £400 on that one. It's because Depop spiked every now and then, particularly in March. So it's just been a bit of a weird kind of course correction, a bit of a weird kind of switcheroo. I thought it would happen within a couple of months, and it did. Look, it started going up and up and up. But yeah, it's definitely in the past, like Q4 has taken off, and my vinted is doing nicely. Now, I'm fully aware of the video that I did about 2 weeks ago about Depop really letting me down this year and really starting to fail. And then all of a sudden I started getting I got a sprinkling of sales. Like literally there was like 1 or 2 every day. It was insane, and I've had loads of offers. So yeah, it's been a bit of a weird one. And I know that the year isn't technically finished. I've still got like 12 hours left. But let's have a look. £217 for the month. Whereas last month I did £269, which is kind of crazy. But if I look in comparison to last year, I did just £6 short of £500 in December. So I've basically done around half of what I did last year, which is kind of crazy. 314 in November last year, 200. So that's not too bad. But yeah, this month it's kind of been a bit dire. But it kind of pulled it out the bag. Like about 100 of that came this week. So yeah, a bit crazy. Vinted kind of picked up as well on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and Boxing Day, and delivered probably another couple of hundred. Yeah, so I've made in total on those 2 apps £604. November did a bit better. October did really well. September not so good, but it's around middling. It's around like average. That December, I'm hoping to increase them both. One of my goals for next year is that I do at least 1,000 across the board. So it doesn't matter if I do like 300 on one, 700 on another, or like 400, 600, or 500. I'd be happy if I make over 1,000 combined on these. So who knows? Red's eBay and blue is vinted. And look, I've talked about this before. They've not followed any specific trends. When one went up, one went down. One went down, one went up. But then, yeah, they've started to kind of coalesce and follow a rhythm towards the end. But it's not really anything inconclusive. But I just find it interesting. Like, I'm hoping that, and I feel as though the blue has only they've only got closer. The colours only got closer. The lines only got closer because one, eBay kind of faltered, and two, the vinted overperformed. So that's only why these have gotten a little bit closer. 2024 has been a roller coaster, that's for sure. And I've managed to do lots of stuff, even though my disposable income from my 9-5 job and from reselling as a whole has gone down, like it's been matched in other ways. So I'm not panicking. I'm not in pure panic mode in terms of my overall income. but my God, it's not where I want to be, and it's definitely room for improvement, which is a good thing. You could always improve, but yeah, I think I might have to do in the new year. Not a resolutions, because I don't want to do reseller resolutions. I did that last year, and look what happened. Like, nothing. But maybe I did actually goals. Goals are probably more of an appropriate term. I think you can always improve. I think you can always set a goal to aspire to attain. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I might have to do a like reseller reset and just kind of think long and hard about how I'm going to move forward. And yeah, certain goals. I might just do 5 goals for 2025, and I'm going to write them on the board. I'm going to go for it. But yeah, this month, in terms of sales, nothing really has stood out. A Barber jacket for £77.90. I sold a poetry dress, which I got for, I think it was either £5.99 or £6.99. And that's all for £61.94. I sold for £47.50 the Godzilla toy that I got from Newcastle. Just a lot of like random bits. Like, I saw some perfume that I got in a batch from the auction, full of Xbox games, PlayStation games. I sold a Stoke City jumper for £33. That was a Christmas jumper. Tommy Bahama shirt. A Christmas cutting board for £30, which is great. Some Levi's. Yeah. A plush. That snowman plush that I got for £4 from the charity shop. That's offered £28.50, I believe. Another thing from Newcastle was the Dakin rusty plush dog that I got for £2, I believe. That's over £26.33. Paw Patrol movie Liberty, I think it was £150. I got paid that for. That's all for £26.22. And the Harry Potter, one of the favourites, probably the Harry Potter Book of Monsters. I can't remember how much I paid for that. I think it was £2.99. That's all for £25.33. So 42% of my sales, or well, more than that, probably about 45% of my sales came from clothing, shoes, and accessories. That's a lot, and it's just as it happens. It's just how it goes. I pushed a lot for clothing this quarter, and even over the summer, I really did kind of lean heavy into clothing. And I don't know if that's what's kind of saved my bacon, because I still have quite a lot of clothing up and ready. I think it's a lot of my shop is predominantly clothing, but I do have a lot of toys and homeware and like bric-a-brac kind of stuff. And every now and then, like a really weird thing sells, and it sells for ridiculous prices. But yeah, I think I miss toys, and I miss bric-a-brac, and I miss homeware, and I miss just the weird stuff. So I think it makes it more interesting in terms of just not just for content, but for me as a reseller. And I think I should look at what I look at eBay as in my kind of income as a whole. eBay's my 9-5, it's my main job, and I think within that, I think I should say, like, okay, clothing is the main chunk of that. Fair enough, but I'm going to expand into toys, and I'm going to expand it into electronics and, you know, bric-a-brac kind of stuff. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to kind of reverse it. I've done quite well over the clothing thing. I'm still going to keep going to kilo sales. I'm still going to do XYZ. I'm still going to do wholesale and everything, but I'm definitely going to look at other things. It's more easily said than done. I get it, but something has to change, and I really need to do a lot better next year than I did this year. And yeah, I think as well, cost of goods, cost of everything went up. It's just been a nightmare. Storage has gone up. Subscriptions stuff has gone up. Yeah, it's just nibbling into the profits. But if 1,000 things nibble in, that's it. There's your profit kind of going. And I need a bit of a buffer. I need to continually add to my my branch of reselling from my income tree. I've got an income tree. A video for another time. But yeah, that's everything. How was your 2024? What are your takeaways? Has it been easier? Has it been harder? I've seen people just skyrocket and just be doing amazing. That's amazing. Good for them. Absolutely love it. Is eBay gone up or down, or has Vinted picked up the slack? For me personally, I'm going to be adding Etsy to my secondary platforms. I'm going to try and put as much vintage stuff on my Etsy just to see how it goes. So you got from 2025, you're going to be seeing the Etsy side of it as well. So fingers crossed. But yeah, bit of a sneak peek there. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around all year and beyond. People, you know who you are. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you 2025. Bye.